Hi friends, I'm John Laspina, your carnivore teacher. Today we're going to talk about an accelerant. What is an accelerant? Well, if you have a fire and you throw lighter fluid or gasoline onto that fire, what happens to the fire? It accelerates. An accelerant makes things go faster or bigger or explosive. Gasoline and lighter fluid cause the fire to become an inferno. So gasoline, lighter fluid, alcohols are accelerants to fire. Well, if you acquire, God forbid, cancer in some way, shape, or form, and I don't want to say acquire, I should use a different word. Let's say that cancer started growing in your body for whatever reason. What are accelerants to that cancer? Accelerants to cancer are sugar, glucose in any form. It can be starch from bread, potatoes, rice, anything that is a starch. It can be any kind of carbohydrate at all. Cake, pies, cookies, any added sugar, candy. That's glucose and fructose. And that glucose, when you eat it, it's an accelerant. It speeds up the cancer growth. The cancer sucks that glucose in and starts growing. It loves it. Cancer loves and feeds off of glucose. When you go into the hospital and they want to see where your cancer is or how much it has grown, they actually do a PET scan, and that's where they actually inject glucose, a form of glucose, into your body, and the glucose goes right to where the cancer is because the cancer is sucking it up as fast as possible, and it lights up, and they could see the cancer because you just fed it all this glucose. Isn't that interesting? With this knowledge in our brain, let's use it to our advantage. If you have cancer of any kind, all cancers feed off of glucose. They also feed off of the amino acid called glutamine. We cannot control glutamine because it's in almost every food we eat. And you can overcook the meat and it has less glutamine. You can exercise a lot and that lowers the glutamine in your body. But cancer feeds off of its preferenced accelerant food supply, and that's glucose. Cancer feeds off of glucose more than glutamine, and it just sucks it up like crazy. With that knowledge, if you eliminate all starch, carbohydrates, and sugar from your way of eating, your diet, your liver's still going to generate glucose. It's called gluconeogenesis. It's going to give you about 4 grams of glucose to circulate in your bloodstream because parts of our body require glucose, but just a small amount. Okay? Too much is toxic. The insulin has to neutralize it, go back, store it as fat. But if you're fighting cancer, I recommend a lion diet or a carnivore diet and lots of fasting. Starve that sucker of its fuel, of its accelerant, glucose. And then with your doctor, you can fight that cancer so much more effectively because you're starving it of its fuel. It can't grow. It will actually die, or it will stop growing, and you and your doctor can decide how to get rid of it out of your body other ways. An accelerant to cancer is glucose, just like gasoline is an accelerant on the fire if you throw it on the fire. If you like this content, click the thumbs up for this video and share it out to your friends and family. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Check out the work of Dr. Thomas Seyfried and learn away all about cancer and its accelerant fuel called glucose. Have a great day, everybody.